Ladies and gentlemen, happy Halloween and welcome back. We're going to be doing another reaction and analysis video today, and it's going to be to Voiceplay's cover of Thriller. Now, I love MJ and his music, and this being one of my favorites from him, and it also being a really good Halloween hit. This is going to be awesome, and I haven't even heard this yet, but I can still confidently say that it's going to be awesome. Now, for those of you that don't know who I am, hey, I'm Ethan Drew. I break down music, I interview singers, which is my primary focus on the channel, and I also like to do a little bit of music on my own. And my mission here on this channel is to cultivate your appreciation for music through these means. And if you guys are enjoying the content and you're gaining more appreciation for the music that you listen to or that's featured on this channel, I would very much appreciate it if you would like this video, drop a comment down below, even if it's just a smiley face. It helps with the algorithm. And make sure you hit the subscribe button and turn on the notifications, that way you never miss another upload. Without further ado, I'm stumbling on my words. We will dive promptly into this. I am very excited, and let's see how this goes. And I'm gonna have to text J Nunn and ask him about this project because I am eager to hear what he has to say about it. Here we are. Okay, this is already really cool. So we are, excuse me, bumping the camera and the spacebar. We are in the key of C minor, I believe. So we actually start off with vocals here. And the original song, for those that don't know, actually starts off with just a beat. And it takes a little bit for MJ to actually kick in with his vocals. But it nice evil laugh. I'm gonna play tonight. I'm gonna play tonight. It's close to midnight. There's something evil's lurking in the dark. Under the moonlight, you see a sight that almost get hard. You try to scream, but terror takes the sound before you make it. The casual bass line that Jeff is doing in the background, just a ba-dum-dum, ba-dum-dum. Those C2s in the background there, man, those are really smooth and very punctual to allow for a more subtle percussive presence, I guess you could say, because all you have is a snap in the background as far as percussion is concerned. Also, Jay, I don't know how I got this look out of you by stopping on this frame, but this is freaking hilarious. Anyway, the echoes that are going on in the background here from the rest of the guys, excellent arrangement choice. Something evil's lurking in the dark. Under the moonlight, you see a sight that almost get hard. You try to scream, but terror takes the sound before you make it. Listen to the articulation in the background vocals there. Very, very, very precise. Most get hard. You try to scream, but terror takes the sound before you make it. You start very well syncopated and very articulate. As horror looks you right between the eyes. You're paralyzed. Nice crunchy chords there. You hear the door slam and realize there's nowhere left to run. You feel the cold. Okay, so Lane is doing a really cool little percussive effect here. It's an alternation between two different types of snare drum sounds, and I will draw your attention to it. So Let's play it over, and then I'll point it out. Look at the camera, and you'll follow my finger.
And realize there's nowhere left to run. You feel the cold.
So you can tell the difference in sound. One's more long, drawn out, and impactful, and the more is a little bit more of a tap. Cool little percussive choice there for the arrangement. And let's listen to this 5 more seconds, and then we'll talk about who's playing the little zombie there.
You feel the cold. Wonder if you'll ever see the sun.
Okay, so I think that might be Jeff's wife. That's got to be Jeff's wife.
Feel the cold. Wonder if you'll ever see the
And I love how he just kind of kicks her off. That was a really good choice. That was a really good comedic choice there.
You feel the cold. Wonder if you'll ever see the sun. You close your eyes and hope that this is just imagination. Yeah. But all the while.
And it doesn't have quite the same feel as the original, because the original is more like it's a little bit of a different groove, right? It's about the same tempo, but it's a little bit of a different groove. And what we're getting here is more almost kind of like a little bit more of a dance, if you will. Like it feels a little more, it's slightly different groove. If you catch my drift, you know, if you're sitting here listening to it and it feels a little bit of a different groove than it kind of is, but nothing negative about that choice at all. Very, very unique spin on it while still remaining within like the same tempo.
You hear a creature creeping up behind. You're out of time. This is thriller night. No one's gonna see you.
Okay, now it's more back, like the groove is back a little bit more towards the original here, and they bring the snare and hi-hats in the percussion back into play. So it goes, you know. And of course, you got J Nunn carrying a fantastic lead here. Very purposeful with his sound. Very well-rounded voice J Nunn has. And whenever you put him in a lead position like this, he's just going to crush it every single time, because he's just got that roundness and fullness in that voice of his.
You're fighting for your life inside a killer tonight.
That's 2 out of 5. So many creative choices for the arrangement here. Makes it feel unique.
The dead start to walk in their masquerade. There's no escaping the jaws of the end in this time.
Ooh, it's very dubsteppy. Did we go to halftime here?
Start to walk in their masquerade. There's no escaping the jaws of the end in this time. This is the end of July.
There's a lot musically going on here. Okay.
There's no escaping the
Percussion, I think, is going in a halftime now, a dubstep style, a EDM style.
jaws of the end in this time. This is the
Ellie's riffing like crazy. Jeff went to an A flat G sharp 1 in chest there. Walk in the park for him. Sounds amazing.
They're out to
Ooh, okay. Contrast in sound into the transition of this part here. And I've talked about this before, is just this little bit of constant variance in a song, like keeping things fresh and feeling new, so that way your listeners are entertained the whole way through the song, and they're grooving the whole time, and everything's not exactly the same or it gets too stale, right? So like that choice to kind of let the audio fall off and go to something slightly.
They're out to get you. There's demons closing in on every side. They will possess you unless you change that number on your dial.
Now is the time.
Ooh, okay, cool. So that bass slide was a C2 to a G1. It was very well executed too. It's very clean. Nice, a nice well-rounded C2, then down to a thick G1. The G1's not really sustained, but that's about where he lands.
Unless you change that number on your dial.
Now is the time for you and I to cuddle close together. Ooh, yeah, 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 yeah. All through the night. I'll save you from the terror on the screen. I'll make you see that this is thriller.
Whoa, that was a really cool camera angle for Jeff Pop.
Save you from the terror on the screen.
Check out that
I'll
camera.
make you see that this is thriller. Thriller night. 'Cause I can thrill you more than any girl would ever dare try. Thriller night. So let
Immaculately executed harmonies here. And these are all relatively high in pitch, so these guys are definitely pushing a little bit for these notes, but sounds so clean and fresh and forward. So well executed.
save you from the terror on the
Jeff singing an
screen.
A1 and B flat
I'll
one
make you
chest.
see that this is thriller.
C2.
Thriller night. 'Cause I can thrill you more than any girl would ever dare try. Thriller night. So let me hold you tight and share a killer thriller, killer thriller, killer thriller tonight.
Really nice switch up in here.
Thriller night. So let me hold you tight and share a killer thriller.
Ooh, there goes some of the higher frequencies of the audio. So what I mean by that, there's like a certain, think of what you're hearing in audio as a wave, because that's typically how things work. If you picture it as a wave, there's like at the very end of it, at the higher frequencies, some of those, in order to achieve this almost muffled effect, you have to kind of drop off the high end of that wave, if that makes any sense. Like in the higher frequencies, because they are the ones that have that add that crispness to the sound. So that's a cool little change that they added.
Killer thriller, killer thriller tonight.
Tenor high C from Ellie there, extremely well controlled. And I love the theatrics here. They clearly had this planned out for a pretty good while and executed well on it.
Thriller, killer thriller, killer thriller tonight.
Darkness falls across the land. The midnight hour is close at hand. Creatures crawl in search of blood to terrorize y'all's neighborhood. And whosoever shall be found without the soul for getting down must stand and face the hounds of hell and rot inside a corpse's shell.
Thriller night.
Bottoming out in an A flat G sharp
Oh, it's
1 there.
thriller night.
Love that. Love the idea
The
to
foulest stench is in the air.
speech like
The funk of 40,000 years, and grisly ghouls from every tomb are closing in to seal your doom. And though you fight to stay alive, your body starts to shiver.
Ooh. Okay, so here's another example of what I was talking about in day before yesterday's video with Jeff Castellucci using a little bit of chest fry in some of his techniques and starting to incorporate it a little bit. Here's a small example of it. He's using it. And what I mean by chest fry, it's the popping of the vocal cords where you're not fully phonating, but you are still making noise. That. So, is it low? Yes. But does it have the lower frequencies to give it that roundness and that thickness of an actual bass note from a full chest note? No, it doesn't. But it allows for really cool effects. So once you get like a chest fry kind of technique recorded, you can kind of manipulate it in post-processing, right? You can add lower frequencies, you can boost the low range like crazy, and then you can make it sound like a chest note by playing around with the wavelength and the frequencies of the actual note. I mean, obviously they did some of that here to give it a little bit more warmth and darkness, but still a little bit of a tangent. But all that to say, you can hear Jeff using the chest fry technique. If you listen closely, it'll sound more like those little effects in between his actual full phonation chest notes.
And to seal your doom. And though you fight to stay alive, your body starts to shiver.
Right there.
For no mere mortal can resist the evil of the thriller.
I'm gonna do it tonight. Thriller night. Girl, I can take it more than any cool. Thriller, thriller. Killer, thriller, killer, thriller, killer, thriller.
That's awesome. Let's listen to this message.
Hey everyone, thanks for watching Voiceplay's Thriller featuring Jay Nunn. If you'd like to see all of our videos early, get an in-depth look behind the scenes, and get a scary amount of extra Voiceplay goodness, head on over to Patreon and sign up today. You can even sign up for free. Thanks again for watching, and happy Halloween.
Terror takes the sound before you make it. Freeze as
Dude, that was awesome. Like, craziness. It's like I say, in every single time every time I do voice play content, they're always blowing us away and they're always doing a fantastic job. If you have extra money to spend or not, make sure you go check out their Patreon. That way they can keep doing what they do. They're awesome. They're awesome at what they do, and they couldn't do it without the patrons that exist. Just like I couldn't do what I do without my patrons out there. Thank you guys so much for what you do. Thank you for everyone for watching. Everyone that watches or supports me on Patreon, all of you contribute to the future of the channel in some form or fashion, whether it's little or large. All of you are contributing, and I'm thankful for all of you for that. Happy Halloween, folks. This is Ethan Drew. I'm signing out for the day. Love you guys. Take care of yourselves. We'll see you soon. Bye. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching today. This video is made possible by patrons like Miss Nancy Flesher. If you are interested in getting shoutouts like this at the end of my videos, make sure you hit the link in my description to go to Patreon, where you have the ability to do so. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. I love you. Take care of yourselves, and we'll see you soon.